You've probably seen the world map, I don't know, a million times. Well, what if I told you that map has been lying to you your entire life? Yeah, and today, we're going to set the record straight.
So, let me ask you something, straight up. How big do you actually think Africa is? Now really, picture it in your head right now. What's its size compared to, say, North America? Or maybe Greenland? Got that image? Good. Hold on to it, because we're about to blow that idea right out of the water.
You see, that map you're picturing, it's almost certainly something called the Mercator projection. And look, it was super useful for sailors back in the day, but it has one teensy, massive flaw. It totally warps the size of continents, and that's led to some seriously skewed ideas about our world.
Okay, let's take a look at the most obvious example. On that map, Africa and Greenland, they look kind of similar in size, don't they? Well, get ready for this. In reality, Africa is a whopping 14 times bigger than Greenland. I'm not kidding. Not twice as big. 14 times.
Just 14 times. Let that sink in for a second. That is a huge difference, and it completely messes with how we see the planet. And listen, this isn't just a fun fact. This stuff matters. How we visualize the world, well, it shapes how we think about it, from global business all the way to politics.
So what's going on here? It all comes back to that Mercator projection. Basically, the further you get from the equator, the more stretched out things look. So Greenland, way up there in the north, it gets blown up to look absolutely massive. Meanwhile, Africa, sitting right on the equator, gets visually squished. It's a weird quirk of map-making, but it has these massive consequences for how we picture our own planet.
All right, so the whole Greenland thing is pretty wild, right? But believe it or not, that's just the tip of the iceberg. To really, truly get a sense of Africa's insane scale, we've got to think even bigger.
Okay, check this out. We're not even talking about the whole continent anymore. Let's just zoom in on one country, the Democratic Republic of Congo. That single nation is bigger than Norway, Sweden, and Finland combined. It could literally swallow all of Scandinavia whole.
But now for the one that really breaks your brain. Are you ready? You could take the entire United States, all of China, all of India, all of Western Europe, and Argentina, put them all together, and they would all fit inside the continent of Africa. And you'd still have room left over. It's just incredible. When a map shrinks a place that much, it's no wonder we might subconsciously downplay its importance. But this is the reality.
Okay, so we've established Africa is gigantic, just massive. But its scale isn't just about square miles, it's about people. It's about an incredible diversity of cultures. So let's dive into that human dimension, the vibrant world living inside this giant.
We're talking about over 1.4 billion people. That population is every bit as massive as its land area. It's this incredible tapestry of humanity. And what's more, it's one of the youngest and fastest growing populations anywhere on the planet. And that 1.4 billion people, they live in 54 different countries. 54! Each one with its own completely unique history, its own culture, its own identity. It's so important to remember this isn't just one single place. It's an entire continent of nations.
And that's exactly why people call it one of the most diverse and vibrant places on Earth. You've got this immense geographic scale, and it's perfectly mirrored by this incredible richness of cultures and languages and ecosystems. It's a level of complexity that those old, distorted maps they just make us forget.
So, after all that, what's the point? What are we supposed to take away from this? It's simple, really. It's about fixing a huge misconception we've all had, and finally seeing this continent for the true giant it is. So, here's my challenge to you. The next time you see a world map, don't just glance at it, really look at it, and try to see past that old distortion. Remember the giant that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time?
You know, it really makes you think, doesn't it? If something as fundamental as a map can be so misleading, what else are we looking at every single day that's giving us the wrong picture? What other giants are out there hiding in plain sight?